It's time to review the AJJ album, The Bible 2. AJJ was formerly known as Andrew Jackson Jihad, and they were known for putting out some pretty politically charged folk punk songs, and also for being a band called Andrew Jackson Jihad. They have made some pristine albums. Can't Maintain was fun. People Who Can Eat People must be the luckiest people in the world. Or if you want to check out the objectively best work, you can check out Knife Man. The great thing about Andrew Jackson Jihad is that they tend to make their songs politically charged in a very humorous and sarcastic and spiteful way. It's very satirical, the way that they look at topics like religion and poverty and privilege. Sure, you could describe the music as straight white male guilt, but I reckon it's great straight white male guilt music. Their last album, Christmas Island, went over to the pop side a little bit, and on this new album they seem to have flung in the other direction and gone into a lower quality recording style of music. Lo-fi is the word for it, and lo-fi is a little bit of an understatement here, considering they seem to drench it in this fuzzy recording quality that can either make or break a track on this album. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Andrew Jackson Jihad also shortened their name to AJJ, making their band name a lot less cool. And of course, with a less cool name comes a less interesting album. And that's kind of a disappointment, considering it's called The Bible 2. That kind of brings up some religious tones. You know, the topic of religion is a huge one to cover. And if there's one band that I reckon could deliver an entertaining spin on such a topic, it's AJJ, Andrew Jackson Jihad. The Jihad of Andrew Jackson. So how they managed to disappoint is beyond me, but we'll get to that later. We'll get to the lyrical part later anyways. The production, back to the production, the lo-fi stuff. They absolutely drench tracks in lo-fi, like Cody's theme, or My Brain is a Human Body. Usually when an artist uses lo-fi in their music, it's like a tasteful amount of lo-fi, right? But these guys, they absolutely drench their songs in lo-fi. They're making it dirty, they're making it fuzzy, and not always in the best of ways. Sometimes it's a little bit unbearable to listen to. It's like, you know those YouTube comments that always go about, oh, did you record this on a potato? This is it! This is it! Sometimes the recording quality gets a little bit better, like on tracks like American Garbage. But the thing about that song's production is that it was mostly very synthetic and full of keyboard synths, which I don't think fit an Andrew Jackson Jihad song at all. You see, the thing about Andrew Jackson Jihad, or AJJ, doing a folk punk song is that style, the folk or country or punk styles of music, actually suit the topics and the lyrics of which they sing. Because when Sean Bonnet sings a punchline, the instrumental that accompanies it help to bring more punch to that punchline that just hits you right in the face. Which is why I just don't think it works when Andrew Jackson Jihad go for a more pop-based sound. Like, good on them for trying to try something new, but I just don't think it's working. On the track No More Fear, No More Shame, No More Dread, that track is a slow piano ballad that's very syrupy, it's very uneventful, long-winded, and not only that, but the lyrics on that track are a direct rehash of No More Tears from the People Who Can Eat People album. Even the most Andrew Jackson Jihad-esque track on the whole album, Junkie Church, is slow as well. It's slow and boring. Sure, it's got the stripped back acoustic instrumental, but it's so slow and uneventful that it just doesn't stick at all. The track Goodbye Oh Goodbye I did actually enjoy, because that was a moment where the pop-based instrumental actually complemented Andrew Jackson Jihad very well. I like how they brought in some pianos and strings along with the usual guitars. Also, I love the chorus on that track. I love the little octave runs up and down. Goodbye, oh goodbye. And as for the lyrics on The Bible 2, I'm disappointed, because usually when Andrew Jackson Jihad release an album, the lyrics are pretty much the big show, the big bit that you're looking forward to. Because of how simple the instrumentals and chord progressions can be, it really brings more attention to the lyrics, and on this album they seem a lot more vague. Especially when you're looking to cover a topic like religion, I'm looking for some good punchlines that will directly hit you in the face. And just make me either laugh or just recoil out of shock. But there's very little of that here. Sure, there are some moments where they're less vague, like on the track Small Red Boy, where there's actually some good lyrics there, probably the most lyrically rich track on the whole album. Or maybe White Worms, or Goodbye Oh Goodbye. But sometimes on other tracks, there are just moments where you're listening to the lyrics or reading along as the song goes on, and you just don't understand what the song's actually about, and that's quite unusual for AJJ. Usually, it's very clear as to what the song's about. On this album, that's just things just kind of skirt around its surface level, and it's just not as entertaining. And I just no, I'm not really a fan of this one. This is a 5 out of 10. Yeah.